Hi everyone, it's Alan again from ABTS Training Services in London, England. This short video is in response actually to requests. Could you please do something on scams? So what we're going to do is, what I'm going to do is a small video. And I'm going to talk about being scammed. And particularly for paying for non-existing goods you want to import. It's happening every day. It's happening every day. So we're going to start with that age-old Latin phrase, Caved emptor, let the buyer beware. And that's the whole thing, let the buyer beware. So, let's go into, let's talk in practical terms about let the buyer beware. And the kind of golden rule, or my golden rule, and I've lived by it all my trading life, is if it sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true. Be very careful. I know it's so easy to daydream. I know it's so easy to be sucked in by, oh my goodness, these are so cheap. I can sell them for blah, 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 and I can make so much profit. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But so let's go back. Let's go into the real world. If it's too good, if it sounds too good to be true, it is too good to be true. So let's look at very quickly, let's look at some golden rules. The first one, and they're obvious rules, some of them. Don't pay money up front. Don't pay for, as we say, a pig in a poke. You don't know what's in there. Don't pay. If somebody says to you, cash is required, say goodbye. You're not a businessman. Goodbye. Resist the temptation. Yeah, but I can get this so cheap if I send this guy so much and da. Forget about it. One of the golden rules, avoid paying cash. Now, if you are paying through a third-party facilitator, be very careful as well. Normally, if you're going online, you can't pay through a third-party facilitator, and you have to pay by card. Now, again, by all means do that. But I emphasize, if you're paying by card, ring your card company and say to them, I'm going to buy 5,000 thermos mugs. How am I covered in my terms and conditions with you if this is a fraudulent deal? So pay by card through a third-party provider, no problem, but make sure you know your rights through the card. Always think, what if? So your card supplier will come back to you and say, well, yeah, under these circumstances, we will refund you, but we won't under these circumstances. So you've got to make up your mind. Third-party providers nowadays, in the good old days, they used to give you a code and you'd send the code over to the person who you were paying, a code word. Now all they do, and through my experience, all they do is they give you a number and they say, this is the number, and on this number, the money will be transferred through to the party. So what the point I'm blabbering on about is you haven't a clue who is buying the goods, who is receiving the money from your goods. So you can't contact them. Be very, very, very careful. What I would suggest, I'm going to look at it in two parts. What I would suggest is on small orders, say to the potential supplier, okay, this is a small order, a couple of $1,000 or 800 or whatever it is. This is a small order. So I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's do a cash against documents. In other words, I will pay you when you send me the documents and when the goods are shipped, and I will pay you. Cash against documents. It's so easy. There is a fee involved in a bank, but it is so easy. It's much better than going to an unknown person, paying money up front, etc. Don't go there. Don't go there. For large orders, I would suggest, and I say large orders, maybe over $5,000, $8,000, 8,000 sterling, I would make sure that you have a reputable pre-shipment inspection company inspect the goods before they leave the seller's premises. So you get onto Cotecna, SGS, or whatever it was, and you would say, I'm buying $5,000 worth of mugs. Could you please go into Joe Bloggs, 21 The High Street, my supplier, and check them out. Make sure they are genuine mugs and they are going to be dispatched to me. Okay, so as I say, this is a small video. I'm not going into it in greater. So check out companies. If possible, use pre-shipment inspection for medium to large orders. For small shipments, cash against documents. If you are going to use third-party providers, go to your card holders and say to them, I am going to pay $2,000 or $300 on my card. Tell me in my contract with you, what redress do I have if these are fake mugs? And then it's up to you to decide whether you're going to do it or not. And of course, finally, use reputable companies. Only buy through reputable companies. And you say, well, you know, how the heck do I know what a reputable company is? Well, it's quite easy. It really is. How would I know what a reputable company in Japan is? On a personal level, I would go to the Japanese Chamber of Commerce in my country, and I'd say to them, I might be purchasing from Joe Bloggs in Tokyo, Joe Bloggs Limited in Tokyo. Could you tell me all about it? Or where do I get information as to the financial status, etc.? So it's quite easy. It's quite easy. So don't deal, if possible, with names. Mr. Bloggs in Tokyo, but deal with a reputable company, a company there that you can check out. I told you it was going to be short and sweet, and it is short and sweet. So I'm going to finish here, but I'm going to hand you over to my colleague, Marcus. He's the good-looking one, and he's going to talk about his experience with scams.
Yeah, and I'll be really quick. My scam wasn't so much with buying and selling goods. I went into business with a guy who unfortunately scammed me. And I guess the biggest point I would say is if you're going to go into business with someone, importing and exporting or any business, any documents that you get, if you're going to get bank statements, for example, go to the bank with your business partner and get those statements from the teller, because you have to bear in mind everything can be faked online now. So with Photoshop, you can go into documents, fake whatever you want, and they look 100%. So be really careful with that. If you open a company bank account, make sure that you've got two joint holders on there, and that you have to both authorize any transactions. No one person should have control of the account. You can end up in some serious trouble there. And that's it. And as far as, I'll just add to what Alan said, with making payments, PayPal, I know also will give you some protection on payments. So if you don't receive the goods or anything like that, you can report it to PayPal. They'll investigate, and if it turns out to be a fraud, they can give you some money back as well. I won't guarantee it, but I'll put some links below and on the screen here, and you can check them out and just have a look at their terms and conditions and confirm that with PayPal before you make any decision on buying anything. That's it. I'll put you back to Alan now, and we'll finish up.
Thank you, Marcus. It's me, the old one, back with me. Thank you for watching. I hope you found it of interest, Marcus's perspective as well. If you liked it, can you give us a thumbs up, please? It does help. And I will see you around. I'll see you on our next video. I've got a few lined up on subjects that you, my few viewers, have asked me to discuss, which I will be doing. So until then, all the best to everybody. Keep well, keep safe. Goodbye now.